Welcome to Winecoff Village by Lennar Homes right here in Troutman. Hey, and welcome back, guys. So I'm excited to show you this neighborhood. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Will Simoneaux and I'm a new construction expert with Dreamline Realty. Welcome to our brand new Charlotte Homes YouTube channel. We're going to be covering everything you need to know about all the builders, neighborhoods, and floor plans in and outside of the greater Charlotte area. So if that sounds like something you're interested in a year to 3 years down the road from now, be sure to subscribe because we're going to be giving you all the information and doing all the legwork for you so that way you're making a well-rounded decision. So let's dive right into Winecoff Village. Now this is going to be a single family community that offers 2-story single family floor plans. Now the square footage in this neighborhood is going to start from 1665 and work its way up to 2577 through those 4 floor plans that they're offering. And now all of these plans are going to include 3 to 5 bedrooms and 2.5 to 3 baths. Now the HOA fee in this community is $198 a quarter, which is going to put it at a low cost of $66 a month, which honestly is pretty low comparing to other neighborhoods that are of similar size, which are normally going to be around $100 a month. So that's a couple coins left in your pocket to not throw into an HOA, and you can go and get some nice toys instead. So that's a nice little feature in the community in itself. And that HOA fee is going to cover your general neighborhood upkeep along with the walking trails throughout the neighborhood. Now, one of the big key points in this community is you're going to be right down the road from downtown Troutman. It's actually going to be, pretty much walkable. So you can go down to the local pub, get a beer, go get a glass of wine, go get some dinner, and enjoy a nice evening stroll back to the community. So that's an awesome little plus side to this neighborhood. And what I'll do for you is towards the end of this video, I'll do a quick little map tour on Google Maps. So be sure to stick around for that. If this seems like something that you're interested in, I'll give you a more in-depth idea on where exactly this community is located, because with real estate, location is key. That is one of the biggest things whenever you're making a purchase like this. So I'll be sure to go over all that and show you the lay of the land of this community. So, but with that being said, another plus side of this neighborhood is the pricing. Now the pricing is starting in the low 300,000 price range, and it's going to be working up to the low 400,000. So this is an awesome first-time homebuyer community with a great entry-level pricing, like I mentioned, to get you in the door, start building some equity. And they are also always offering different types of incentives. A lot of them are really great. The most recent one was they were offering a 4.75 interest rate, which right now we're looking at pretty much 7%. So that is a great interest rate to get you in the door, and it's something I would always recommend to reach out to me, and I can let you know about all the current and active incentives that are going on. So what I would recommend doing is I have a ton of resources in our description for you. So go in the description below. I have a link set up for just this specific neighborhood, Winecoff Village, so you can check out all the current and active inventory in there. Now there are 6 move-in ready options currently today, so the pricing is always changing. I always think it's going to be really helpful to go in and check that out. And then also all my contact information is in the description below as well. So if you want to know about the current incentives that are going on out there, if they still have 4.75% interest rate that they're offering, I'll be able to do the legwork for you and let you know what's currently going out there or how many quick move-in homes are out there right now. So with this neighborhood though, there's a total of 83 lots in this community. Now 14 of those have sold since they've already opened up the door, so they are selling relatively quickly in what has been a somewhat slower market. So what I want to do is I want to get you inside this model home that they have here to have an idea on what to expect inside Winecoff Village. I think you're going to really like how they use the space throughout the home. And then what I'm going to do once we're done with that model home tour, if you want to stick around, if this seems like something of interest to you, I'll again take you through a quick little map tour to get an idea on what to expect in this Troutman area if you're not familiar with it or if you're coming from out of state. But just to, again, location is key with real estate, and I'll go over all that for you. But I really hope you enjoy this model home tour. right, I really hope you enjoyed that model home tour, and if you stuck around this long, I owe you a beer. So like I said, you are going to be right down the road from a whole bunch of little restaurants in downtown Troutman area, so let me hop on the map and show you around. And like I said, you're going to be right down the road from a nice little local pub that they have, the Cedar Stump. If this again is a community that you're interested in, you know, like I said, for sticking around on the video, I owe you a beer, and I'll take you out for a nice little drink once you can go out there and check out Winecoff Village. So, but let me jump back over to the neighborhood itself, and like I said, I want to show you around on the map where the neighborhood is and everything around it. So we are going to be in Troutman. You can see this is Winecoff Village right here and all that dirt area. You can see the back of the community actually connects to a pre-existing neighborhood that looks like they just recently finished one of their phases. But Winecoff Village is going to be 83 lots all in this section right here, if you can see my cursor. So let's zoom out a little bit more. Like I said, that Cedar Stump pub is going to be right down the road right here. I mean, you could literally just take a nice little walk and head over to the pub and have a nice little evening and enjoy a nice little stroll back to the house. So zooming out here, you got downtown Troutman. You know, there's not a ton of stuff, but it's nice and quaint. I love the feel of those little downtown areas like that. But you got a coffee shop, sushi restaurant, a whole bunch of other little coffee spots and different things to do. You also have a nice park area over here with baseball fields, playgrounds, and different things to do over there. So everything you kind of need is going to be, at least for a nice little evening with the family or friends, just enjoying the evening, the nice North Carolina, 4 seasons in North Carolina, all in one nice little central spot. Now, if you're going to be, wanting to be aware of all the things to do, all your general, let me actually click on the neighborhood here so you can keep track of the pin. So now you can see we got the pin right there. There's Winecoff Village. That's going to be the neighborhood itself. If you're going to want to do all your normal, you're going to have grocery stores and things like that up in this Troutman area, but if you're going to want more shopping and dining options and different things like that, you can go off to Interstate 77 over here. There's going to be a little bit more stuff to do, but this is going to be a little bit more commercial. You're going to have Lowe's Home Improvement. You got a Bojangles. I believe last I drove over here, they were adding like a Publix or something. I can't remember exactly, but I know this area is growing rapidly. They do have a food line right there. But that's only going to be, you can see the neighborhood itself is this pin right here. That's only going to be about a 5-minute drive in itself. But if you really want a ton more options, just a one-stop shop, go do all your errands and knock them all out, you're going to be driving all the way down to this area right here. So this is Mooresville. That's the downtown Mooresville area, but really all the commercial area. And again, I like to tell people, look at all this green. That usually means more rural, dense. But if you're looking for more commercial, dense, things to do, go shopping and just stay busy, go get a bite to eat, you're looking at all these gray areas where you have more concrete. So zooming in here, there's a ton of stuff to do. This is going to be about 12-minute drive, 15-minute drive at most, depending on traffic. But usually you can, take it either Interstate 77 or the back roads and just dump you off right inside here. It does get pretty congested in here, but again, that's just because there's so many things to do in this downtown Mooresville area. So you got Lowe's Home Improvement, Target, Sam's Club. I believe there's a Costco right over the road here, Walmart, and just restaurants galore in here as well. So tons of stuff to do, and you're going to be right down the road from Lake Norman. So there should be a put-in just off of this area over here off Perth Road, and that's only going to be about 7 minutes away as well. So you have Lake Norman State Park as well. So there's a ton of stuff. If you're not familiar with this area, I would strongly recommend hopping on the map, looking around, or give me a call, go in the description below, have all the information in there to check all this stuff out. But what I want to do for you, let me show you, the majority of people that are looking to relocate, a lot of our viewers are coming from out of state, coming from a different area. Just wanted to show you what the driving distance to Charlotte is going to be like. So shooting this video almost up at 5 o'clock, you're looking at about an hour drive, but normally it's going to be about a 45-minute drive. And this is going to be has an express pass right here. So if you would be commuting in here frequently, I would strongly recommend getting that express pass. You're going to be able to zoom right by some of the traffic because it can get congested around this lake area. But you're looking at, again, around a 45-minute drive to uptown Charlotte as well as the airport as well. So that's always a key factor. But if we look at the map here again, you can see this is uptown Charlotte, and then you have all those main arteries coming in and out. So it's nice that you're located just about a couple minutes off of Interstate 77, and that can take you north and dump you all the way up into Greensboro and Raleigh. If you need to go commute there, you can hop right on Interstate 40 and take you all the way into Asheville and head into the mountains. Have a great time over there. That should only take you about hour and a half to 2.5 hours, depending on where you go in the mountains. But you have a ton of options there. But it's really nice. You're only going to be about 30-ish minutes to 45, and then you can have a ton of other options to go in and around Charlotte. So just wanted to take a quick little dive into that. And then also, again, if you've hung out this long, I commend you. I appreciate you sticking around. And if you are sticking around right now, again, you're most likely very interested in this community. So I would recommend reaching out, going in the description below, or better yet, setting up a Zoom call with us. I'll dive on that a little bit more, but what I would say, I have a whole spreadsheet on all the different neighborhoods and builders in and outside of the greater Charlotte area. So you can see this is only showing out of 165 options or more, but I narrowed it down to just Troutman to try and give you an idea on what to expect that may be similar, because anybody that's looking in a community like this, you want to make sure that you're comparing all your options and making the right choice. So there are a couple of different options out there, but you can see they're varying in price point. But really, if you're looking in this community, the closest comparable is going to be Colonial Crossing by LGI Homes. That one is going to be a little bit bigger of a neighborhood, so that one may be worth looking into if you would like other options as well. I have not done a video on that as of yet, but I do plan on knocking out as many as I can. So be sure to subscribe, because as soon as I become available and I'm up in that area again, I'll be able to get that footage for you. But I think if Winecoff Village seems like an option for you before making any decisions, would love to hear from you. Reach out to me, but Colonial Crossing may be another option to explore as well. There are some other neighborhoods also. These are neighborhoods that I have actually done up in Troutman in the past. These are all D.R. Horton communities. Brookside, Calvin Creek, and I believe Calvin Creek may be getting close to selling out, but I would again explore these options as well, and the Enclave at Falls Cove. But the Enclave at Falls Cove is going to be a little bit higher in price point most likely. So I think this is a great option that you should explore. And again, if you're interested, or if you made it this far, I would strongly recommend putting a face to a name, hearing more about your situation. And I have a process for going through the spreadsheet, hearing more about what exactly you're looking for. And from there, I'll do the digging on all the builders, neighborhoods, and floor plans that I manually add into this spreadsheet to make sure that we leave no options left on the table for you. So again, if that sounds like something of interest to you, I would love to hear more about your situation and dive more in depth on how we can help you out with our signature process on helping people out in the new construction scene. But overall, I really hope this was helpful for you to get an idea on what to expect with Winecoff Village by Lennar Homes in Troutman. And if you got any type of value out of this, hit that like button. That helps us out a ton in putting out content just like this for you guys, and hitting as many neighborhoods as we can. But again, hopefully this was helpful for you, and I'll see you on the next video.